Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, good evening, student. So I found that the timetable there is not up to date, and I have just updated the timetable a little bit. Actually, all the lessons will be in this room. Okay, tower, North Tower. Okay, 11th floor, room 2. Okay, so because the timetable that I posted last time is not updated, so therefore some of you went to the 10th floor. Okay, so I'm so sorry about that, and I think I have to make another announcement right here. Okay. Okay, so I have updated the timetable as well as making the announcements over there, and I think it's now for us to take a look at the lessons, okay, for tonight, and you can also take a look at the content there. And I really hope that you have finished the tutorial exercise of last week, because this week we will have another tutorial exercise in the image processing. Okay, and let's get back to the course material so that we have to cover this ASAP. You can download the course notes as well. Okay, so in this chapter we're going to have a look at the first uh, content that will be used in multimedia, okay, and which is tests. And again, the test seems to be something very typical, and we always use every day. No matter you send the message to your friends, okay, or someone, okay, and we may make use of the test as the basic communication. So let me open this one. So it seems that I cannot do that. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, let me make it smaller here. So if you look at the history of the test, okay, so there's quite a long history for the test in the past, okay, more than 6,000 years ago, and it appeared in the Asian century, okay, for example, the Egypt, okay, or Babylon. Okay, so these are the Asian empire that they make use of the task, okay, as the way for communication, and it's also uh, a fact, okay, for the human development, okay, or you can even say the civilization, okay. But of course, in the past, they may not have some structural tasks or some guideline about using a test. They may use the symbol. So if you look at the photo there, you can see there are quite a lot of symbol representing different item that they saw in the past. And for today, okay, again, we have different country, we have different uh, languages, and again, no matter the country or the language that we are using, and we have the corresponding tests. And of course, in Hong Kong, we may use English or Chinese, but sometimes you may use symbol or even emoji as the way to send your your message. And of course, nowadays we have so many alternatives like tiny animation, okay, or some other graphics, photos as well. But again, text is really important because it's the most simplest way of communication. And when it comes to this kind of communication, it's also consume quite a little bandwidth in data communication. And fortunately, we have certain inventions like traditional telephone. And then we also have the mobile phone. But nowadays, we may rely on the instant messaging platform, okay, like WhatsApp, okay, or you can make use of social media, okay, the Facebook, IG, wherever, okay, in order to communicate. So again, the test is really important. If you are going to make any content, multimedia content, and more or less you should add the task. Even though we can listen, for example, we can listen to someone saying, okay, we can listen to the conversation, but sometimes the conversation or the words, okay, may not that clear at all. So therefore, task would be really important. So therefore, we are also very lucky because if you watch the movie or if you watch TV, and they always provide the subtitles, and the subtitles can be chosen. You can choose Chinese, English, wherever you like. And if you have certain Blu-ray discs, okay, Blu-ray disc, this kind of disc has multiple languages. Okay, we call it multilingual features that you can choose whatever language you like. And therefore, if you are doing the group project, okay, and even though there is a kind of music video that you present the idea of the sustainability, okay, and sometimes you may need to use tests as part of your content as well. And nowadays, it's very convenient, even though you want to um, use the text or the voice in order to describe something, we have the AI, okay, and the AI, the machine um, uh, uh, pronunciation of the machine voice is really powerful. But anyway, let's get back to the test first. So again, test is the basic content that we can communicate. And again, as long as we have the internet and we have the web page and we make use of the HTML language in order to build the web page or web document. So therefore, um, uh, you need to put the text in the HTML document is also really important. So therefore, how we can put the text in the HTML content is one of the basic uh, requirement that you need to learn. Okay, maybe we can take a look at the website, okay, and see how we can put the content into the HTML document. So can you do me a favor, search for W3 School HTML, okay, from the internet, okay, and then we can go to the W3 School website tutorial there, okay, and you can click the tutorial. Maybe I can share with you the link through the chat box, and then you can, okay, here, okay, so you can click the link from the chat box, and then you can visit the website. And again, you may notice that here is a typical HTML document, and then we just type the text appropriately in the given content. If you look at the HTML, if you don't have any idea, it doesn't matter. Just look at the sentence inside. You may notice that H1 there is the heading one, the big heading, and of course you can change. And then we have the P stand for paragraph, and you can type wherever you like over there. Okay, so you can click the try it yourself. Can you do me a favor? Click the try it yourself so that you can get into this part. And this tutorial or this HTML screen is quite convenient because on the left-hand side we have the original HTML content, and on the right-hand side is the result. So you can try something over there. Okay, you can follow my screen here. Okay, maybe you can say welcome. Okay, can you type something welcome? Okay, so be careful. Don't touch any of the HTML tag. Just modify the content. Okay. So once you have typed something, okay, just like my screen there, I just modified the sentence a little bit. Okay, this is a paragraph and the content of the web page, and I change a little bit and I say the welcome, and then okay, let me run it. So when I run it, you can see the screen on the right hand side having the content as well. Okay, it's really convenient that we can make use of text in order to present the message, okay, through the HTML document format. So again, the HTML is one of the obvious example for the multimedia content to be published. And again, the original name for the HTML is the hypermedia, because you can click something, you can navigate something. So let's get back to here. So how come the test is really important? Again, if you look at the search engine that we are using, the fundamental way of searching something is by means of tests. So therefore, if you type something correctly with the proper spelling and the keyword, actually you can find the information that you want, okay, to see. For example, here we want to uh, read some news related to earthquake, and we want to find the information from the website called CNN.com. So this is the format or the statement that you need to stick to if you want to search for this. Okay, maybe you can try a little bit, even though you always search for something from Google, but it doesn't mean that you know the technique. Okay, can you do me a favor a little bit here? Okay, so start a new tab here, and then type earthquake. So I'm doing something. I search for the keyword earthquake. Okay, but my focus is in CNN.com, and then I got quite a lot of results. Okay, about CNN, and the CNN show me the task for the news as well as showing me the corresponding photo. You know, so that's something very powerful because you use the right keyword as well as you give the right instruction to Google search engine. So therefore, don't think that text is not important. Text is really powerful. It really depends on how you use it. So therefore, if you take a look at the the company around the world, okay, they understand that the power of text or the power of words. So therefore, they always focus on making a powerful slogan, and it might be a single word, it might be a short message, okay, or a face, and they try to make use of a word or face in order to deliver the message, so that people, whenever people just see the message or the word, and then they can recall the company, and it's really important in multimedia as well, because when we do the multimedia content, we may need to put this kind of powerful word. So what is the powerful word? Okay, maybe you can take a look at the interesting slogan first. So we can take a look at some interesting slogan. Okay, okay, maybe we can take a look at this one.
Ilumalaksa, 親和人。
Okay, take a look. So you can see Sony, okay, use of the slogan "Make Believe." Okay, so that's what I mentioned to you about the power of meaning, the power of words, okay, or phrases. Okay, that's what we call the slogan. So it is also the power of the test that we are going to learn today. Okay. Okay, so it's quite interesting video that for your reference about the power of the 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 task. Okay, and let me put the link over there if you like to watch it again. And okay, just a moment. Okay, and so therefore, when you do your group project, okay, sometimes you may consider, you know, the adding the test if necessary. Okay, and so I'm not too sure if there is any ranking with popularity of the slogan. But anyway, it doesn't matter. All of them are really impressed. Okay, let's move on to some of the words over there. And in Singapore, okay, I don't know whether you say Singapore before, but there is interesting message that people always mention. Singapore is a fine city, fine city. In Hong Kong, when someone asks you, "How are you?" Okay, we may say that I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine, thank you. So what does fine mean? Okay, sometimes in Hong Kong, people are confused with "I'm fine." Okay, with this fine. Actually, it has two meanings. Okay, so I'm fine below. Okay, means say that I'm okay. Okay, but when it comes to the fine city there, okay, this one means penalty. Penalty. Okay, so if you look at the old poster on the right hand side. If you live in Singapore, you may aware that there are quite a lot of laws and regulation regulating the behavior of the people there. So if you smoke, okay, improperly, okay, and then you subject to the fine $1,000, and if you chew the gum, okay, and you subject to the fine 1,000 Hong Kong dollar. So everything are subject to penalty. So therefore, um, sometimes the word there is really special and have some other meaning. So I have just illustrated to you some obvious example regarding the slogan, and it's an obvious example of the power of meaning. And again, the advertisement or the marketing campaign, okay, make use of the special word, okay, in order to impress everyone. And again, the um, as a multimedia designer, okay, and you should think carefully about how to use those slogan, okay, or you can create your own slogan, okay, for the video. And again, how you choose the word or symbols is also really matter. If you just focus on the local market, or if your target audience is the people in Hong Kong, maybe you need to localize your content. Okay. Um, but if you target at all the people around the world, and you may need to choose something very generic that common to everyone. So how you can find the proper words? Okay, here comes the website that you can try. Okay, can you do me a favor? Visit this website, churchers.com. So this website is really useful because it can tell us different words, okay, of similar meaning. And if you really want to use different words in your writing, and you can consult this website for suggestion. For example, if I want to look for the corresponding words related to happy, okay, can you type me the happy at the search box there? And then there are a number of synonym words that you can use below. Okay, strong meaning, okay, cheerful, delighted, and some other not very strong, okay, but similar in meaning, express, okay, peaceful, okay, peaceful, okay, pleasant, okay, something like this, okay, satisfy. So for the weak meaning, okay, and we have some other below. So you can pick up any words, okay, that you believe they can be used again or useful in certain situation or in your writing, and this website can help. And so let's move on to another area, which is the typography. Okay, the typography there, which means how we print. And it seems that printing is really typical, or uh, less and less people want to print because we can read everything online. We don't need to print, and as long as we print something out, and the print out copy would be heavy. So therefore, the printing requirement or the need for the printing is decreasing over time. But we still have someone want to pin, or sometimes if you need to present something or you want to show something, and then you need to consider printing as well. But when it comes to printing, and we may need to think quite a lot of area, for example, how people can read your text, okay, which is related to the legibility, readability, or the uh, design, okay, the typeface, whether uh, uh, the typeface is attractive or not, and regarding the functionality and effectiveness, okay, which is about whether the design of the font, okay, um, can provide this okay, function or the effectiveness, okay, features. And of course, the process related to how the user or people compose, okay, artistically, as well as how they set and arrange the type of text or font, okay. And again, the typography is not simply related to the choice of the font, but also the way that you show the text to the screen or the print out. And in order to have a good uh, uh, typeface, okay, you have to choose the appropriate uh, uh, platform or website that can provide you the corresponding features, okay? And you can make use of fonts in order to choose your favorite one. Okay, let's take a look at the fonts and faces there. So when it comes to the font, okay, you can take a look at the definition, okay? Actually, the font, okay, is a collection of characters of a single size or style belonging to a particular typeface family. So as we all know that when we choose a font, and we can simply choose the name from the list, and then we can check whether the font um, is common or not, okay? And again, the font there actually is uh, you can use the terms there called typeface. Okay, typeface is also another term describing the existence of font, because font, okay, from human perspective, is what we call the task. Okay, but um, maybe someone, okay, that they don't know what is font, and they don't have any idea, okay, about the language, and they look at everything okay, like the graphical character. And again, no matter the typeface or the font, okay, then you have to think carefully about the size that you have chosen and the style that you apply. Take a look at this diagram. It seems that this diagram is really complicated for for the font, but I think is really important because for each of the fonts, okay, if you want to design a font, and you may need to think about um, whether the font has certain effect, okay, like the English here. Okay, we have the two types of font. One is the Swift font, okay, and then we have another type of font, the Sans Swift font. Okay, but this one is obviously Swift. Okay, Swift fonts, they are having many lines, okay, at the head and tail of the font there, so that when you print out, and you look very beautiful. But when it comes to the screen, we just want to see the content clearly. If you add so many tails or some uh, decoration parts, okay, and it may affect the reading, you know. But anyway, no worry about the meaning of different parts of the font, okay, in the notes there. I'll just let you know how complicated it is. And here comes the font and faces, and I think it's quite easy for you to understand. For example, we can adjust the font a little bit so that it has the regular type. Okay, we have the condensed type, we have the expand type, and the three types of font style and can have different effects, you know. We have some other examples below, like the title track. So you may notice that title track, okay, actually it make the fonts squeeze together, and they look really tight. And it may be used, okay, if the screen or the print out, okay, does not have sufficient space, okay, and then we may use the title track. But the normal test would be also important. Anyway, let's take a look at the notes there. We have the another terms, okay? Okay, current, uncurrent. So this the effect that you put two letters close to each other. Whether you want to choose uncurrent, that means it's normal. So therefore, uh, it's quite convenient for us to make use of the tools, okay, provided by the application in order to change the style, size, and face of the font. Okay, so here comes the screen for the Photoshop. And I think you can also find this screen, okay, when you use the application called Pixlr, you know. And those features that I mentioned in the previous slide actually, you know, can be found here. Okay. Okay. So we have some other things to learn, which is the type of the graphics. For example, on the left hand side we have the raster data type of the graphics. On the right hand side we have the vector type of graphics. So what are the difference? And for the raster type, that means you take a photo of it, okay, or the format would be the JPEG or MPG, PNG there, which is fixed in image content that if you zoom in, okay, then there will not be more information uh, to you, okay. But when it comes to the vector graphic, which means that all the diagram, shape, or photos are generated using calculation, and then the size of the vector graphics is really small. But you also need to be careful the software platform that you are using for drawing the graphics. Okay, not many platforms are support. Okay, by majority of the application. So if you look at the diagram there, okay, it's quite obvious that if you zoom in, on the left-hand side, there is no more additional information that can provide. And then the shape of the diagram becomes zigzag, okay, 起九牙. But when it comes to the vector graphic photo, that means no matter you uh, zoom in or even enlarge, okay, and it's still unchanged. So again, in our Photoshop or even in our online digital imaging platform Pixlr, okay, they provide a feature we call the rasterize. And the rasterize there allows you to turn, for example, the text, okay, into the corresponding graphics so that you can add color or you can do some other modification, okay, as you like. So there are two ways that you can choose the raster options. Okay, for example, you can choose type, raster type. Okay, and we have the layer raster type below. Okay, and these are two common type of the digital imaging method in Photoshop. So I have mentioned to you about the sweep and sans sweep, okay, to you. So the only difference between these two type of font, okay, is the way they present the text to you. On the left-hand side, we have the sweep font, okay, this one look very beautiful. But when it comes to the sans sweep font, we just ignore all the trailers, okay, for example, the tails, the head, okay, so that the font okay becomes very clear and concise, and then therefore it's quite good to be displayed using the computer. So therefore, if you compare both, okay, or if you want to plan for the subtitle for your final year project, for your group project, and then you can consider using the sans serif, okay, rather than the serif font, okay. Here comes another questions, which is the test being used or the test okay, being used in different platforms. Again, it would be a common approach, okay, if we make use of the internet platform using the HTML. But when it comes to the test content, okay, for Mac OS or even for Windows, okay, they may handle differently. Okay, take a look at some other variation. Okay, even though the traditional way of presenting delivering data with text is very popular, common, okay, in the past, but it seems that people feel boring about the original, the design, okay, for the test. Okay, even though you make a powerful word, but it seems that it's not that attractive at all. So therefore, some people may consider adding graphics. If you look at the example below, okay, I love New York, and we have the leaf strike up, start up, okay, and this one really interesting and impressed, okay, because apart from using text, they try to modify the text a little bit, such that it become a very attractive logo, And if you really want to edit the font, okay, that you download from the internet is fine. Or if you want to invent your English letters, okay, and you can also do that. Okay, so far there are quite a lot of people engage in making the font. Okay, so that if it become popular, and then many people may choose to use. Okay, but nowadays we have so many fonts to choose. Okay, it's quite difficult for um, okay, the font making company to be outstanding. Okay, but this website, okay, formlab.com, allows you to, to create your 26 lectures as well as modify the one by one. In terms of the font editing and design, okay, even though uh, we have the Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or even Excel allow us to change the font immediately, but is there any additional features that can make the font more artistic? Okay, one method is to use the existing features provided by Microsoft Word and PowerPoint in order to make this kind of test. Okay, maybe we can try a little bit. Okay, can you do me a favor? Open the Microsoft Word for me. Word，我哋試一試一齊做啊。So how we can make this kind of the 3D words, okay, using Microsoft Word, and it's not that difficult. If you look at the Microsoft Word there, and let me see insert, there should be what we call the word art, okay? So you can choose the word art there. Okay, suppose I choose the fourth one, okay, from the first row, okay, and then I can type something. So it's quite easy for us to make something a little bit 3D here, okay? Okay, again, you can try insert word art. You can choose this mirror image, okay, of the test. So if you look at the word there, okay, it seems that you can add certain effects there. So it's quite convenient that you can choose the features directly from Microsoft Word or Excel. Okay, anyway, the effect, okay, from the notes may not always available in Microsoft Word, but we can try a little bit for the PowerPoint. So I'm not too sure whether we can find some features there, but we can try. Okay, can you do me a favor? Start the PowerPoint. Okay, putting the test there, and let me see if we can insert some more artistical effect. So let me type something again here. I choose, I'm now in the PowerPoint again, and I choose a third line. okay, the first letters. So here comes the special word, okay, multimedia, and so it seems that I don't have too many options to choose here. But anyway, if you find any of the any of the platform that can provide this effect, okay, you can make use of it so that you can generate some useful graphics or logo for yourself. And again, the font editing tools is important. The corresponding font designing tool is also really important. And even though the Microsoft Word or the PowerPoint can provide limited features in this aspect, but we also find that we have some website, okay, that can provide the features. Okay, for example, if you look at the website GitHub there, and they have the platform for you to edit the fonts directly. And another important issue is about the line spacing. Sometimes if you add proper space, and it would be good for the audience to know this part 1 and the bottom is part 2. Okay, so the line spacing is really important. Even though you are not required to submit me any written article, but if you want to write something in the future in other courses, and you may need to add proper line spacing separating different sections. And we have single line spacing, we have 1.5 line spacing, or even we have double line spacing. And again, the arrangement of the text, especially the paragraph on the screen, is also really important. Okay, some students ignore the alignment, and it's just a mouse click. Okay, so if you look at Microsoft Word there, you can see we have 4 basic alignment: left align, center align, right align, and then justify. So this something really important. Okay, can you do me a favor here? Type something. Let me take a look. Okay, so can you do me a favor typing, say, how are you? Okay, so here I type incorrectly, and so let me type something right here. How are you? So after you type this one, and then you can click the alignment there. Okay, so let me show you as well. So when I click the right align, and how are you will be moved to the right, and the center button there let how are you moving to the middle of the screen. But if you click this one, okay, justify, that means both side, okay, become vertical. Okay, and you only have one sentence. It's not possible for me to show you this button justify, but the last one has certain effect. Okay, can you help me click this one? Click. Okay, so can you do this like my screen? So if I click the distributed, which means that Microsoft try to distribute the letters, okay, across the entire row. And if your task is not enough, and your letters will be separated. And some people don't like this. Okay, but if you are making this the headline or the slogan, you can take a look. Okay, if you make it bigger, and then you can feel that the effect is much better. Take a look. So this the power of the font features in the Microsoft Word. Okay, and some of the features are exclusive for the Microsoft Word that you cannot find in other application. Okay, so I think that's what I want to tell you for tonight for the nature. And the rest of the time, I just want you to try out the tutorial exercise here. And again, the exercise is not that long. And for the tutorials tonight, okay, and what you need to do is to make use of my given photo, and then you can okay using my given photo, and then you can based on the instruction to adjust the image settings. For example, in the first task you need to do is to put a door okay on the wall so that it look like having another door to another room. And you need to follow the examples in the notes. You need to switch to the professional version of the Pixlr. You should not use the express version. Okay, so be careful about the platform that you are using for tonight. And then it's totally different from what you are using in the lessons last week. Okay, so from now on, what you are learning from this platform is more or less the same as Photoshop. So pay attention to the step and the task that you need to complete. And then the second, okay, at the end of putting the door on the background so that it look like the room door, and you need to use merge down or the flatten features in order to put together the background and the door together. And we have some other tools there that you need to learn. This one's McQueen, okay, McQueen tools. Okay, this is the way to select something. And you need to learn how to select something. For example, select the wheel so that you can put the wheel in the car here, and then add the poly U logo so that it look like a school, okay, school car. And then the last task you need to do for tonight is using the lasso tools. So this lasso tool allows you to chase the shape, okay, of some item in the screen so that you can cut it out, and then you can make a copy of it, and then you can make uh, okay, okay, make a copy of it so that you can have the free here, okay, right here, and then you can add more effect like growing, okay, 发光, okay, growing effect, and then it look like very beautiful. And finally, you put your student, okay, add more star, okay, okay, you should find a star from the internet, and then put 5 star there, and okay, and it would be very interesting that the last step is to get back to the express mode, because in the express mode there are something like the word art. Okay, the word art that allows you to type your name with your student ID there, and then you can submit me your work. Okay, take your time and do the exercise now. It doesn't take too long. Okay, and if you are here, the computer here is powerful, and I'm for sure that you can complete the work quickly. And of course, you can uh, do the exercise later on, okay, before the due date next week. And okay, but if you're here, okay, I think you can complete this quickly. Okay, and again, as usual, capture the screen. Okay, with your name and student ID, and then you can submit to me. Okay.